What's up guys, it's Coach Fett, and today we're reacting to Jynxzi. Yeah, that's right, Jynxzi, the guy that revived Siege and became one of the biggest streamers in the world off a dead game. But he's not just an entertainer, he also is a very competitive console player, and every weekend he plays in these massive roller tournaments that have all the best console players on the platform competing. The game we're reacting to today is from the biggest one, Roller Prime, with the biggest prize pool, the biggest deal, and from what I've heard, one of his better performances within these games. So we're gonna watch a map of this, see exactly what he does right, exactly what he does wrong, and why Jynxzi's not as bad as you think, and honestly, actually probably needs a role change. That's right, Jynxzi will probably do a lot better on a role that isn't support. On top of that, I actually learned the real answer behind whether or not a lot of these top console players can make it pro on PC, so stick around till the end of the video to find out. Okay, so Monty Clashman, I believe, is because center on the enemy team has a reputation for being a really good shield player, right? And they all changed their names for some reason, but I believe this is Skite, Stompin', I don't know who else is on the team, but it's him, Skite, Stompin'. That's who I know is on the team so far. Okay, so first round, he's playing Mira in the basement. He's setting up a lot of sight, and no, he's not able to get on cams here, which is kind of a bit concerning. A lot of console tournaments will have this kind of like setup syndrome where it's like your support players would be stuck doing setup for too long of a time, and because of that, they won't be able to get on cams fast enough, which kind of allows like the enemy lurkers get in the building fast and get gaps on you. Okay, that's a very interesting mirror setup. I've never seen a mirror placed like that before personally, but interesting. Good call out from Jynxzi from the site to kind of pull the site players a bit more back from the outer map control, right? Denying the refrag from happening after a team gets first pick. He should be flipping cams here, because what is he doing, right? The biggest thing, right, is he's on site, he's setting up, I guess, he's making more setup. He should be calling someone else next to him get on cams or getting on cams himself, because there's like 3 people sitting near him right now. They're all holding something. They're all really not doing anything. Okay, so what they're doing right now is actually very correct. A big thing, like the way PC Pro League players play this this site, is after on the roam they get a pick, they completely fully spread the bottom floor here. It's just that there's so many bodies that you see right here are congregated around like the front garage side. They need to send one back to kind of support that Valkyrie, because if the Valkyrie gets, you know, isolated out, they take full backside control. We're giving them full vert control and backside control, and at that point they can just pinch the site fully out. Yeah, it looks like the enemy is finally starting to execute with 30 seconds left. They're gonna smoke off the mirrors. Yeah, and this is what I mean, right here, as you're about to see, like, this is why I don't put that mirror there ever. I mean, like, it's literally, how the fuck are you gonna retake back on the pillar position with that mirror there staring in your face? Is that a person? Is that not a person right there? Jynxzi, are we blind? Wait, is that a dead body? Dead bodies don't last that long, right? He literally was a person.
Let's go, boys, come on! Jay, let's go, Jay!
So Jynxzi takes first round. He's gonna play the anchor on the top floor site right here. Usually you want to smoke or Goya or Chuck on this site. I don't know how popular it is on console.
I will.
Okay. Though I'm surprised he knows those holes. Stop calling to make these holes. I'm actually really surprised Stop knows these holes. These are really good holes, because like we used to reinforce this well, but that let people just kind of sit on bathroom window, spiral window. It kind of prevents the bathroom entries at all if you have yellow control, right? Because the attackers can't drop onto this balcony over here. So interesting knowledge from them. And what you'll notice, what I'm noticing on this round, that kind of makes me question, you know, Jynxzi's, you know, site player viability is how much he's moving. Right? Like, he's just crossing this open wall once, crossed this window again, went back all the way to yellow, goes down yellow, and he's supposedly the site anchor for his team. The position that he's in, at least earlier, like, was kind of to deny the, yeah, he's going back up, he's, you know, he's just constantly moving so much. And this is what I mean, and this is actually what I saw from actually coaching him in a console tournament. It's like he moves so much around the site, and he walks back so many cuts, and that's what gets him killed a lot. It makes me wonder if this role actually is for him, right? But let's continue watching regardless. He's talking too quietly. No one's gonna hear what he's saying. He's talking this quietly. Nice. At least he understands the power position. He understands how to help his teammates very well. That's for sure. In the very beginning, he looked for admin help, and then he looked for a yellow flank. He does understand how to help his teammates very well, and he's playing this power position very well. So I will say that he understands his shotgun very well. You know.
Located a diffuser, destroy it. You ran below. Other one's in the box.
Nice. And people might like, this is actually very good out of him, and I think this, I did tell him to work on this. Dapper, if you can flash a flashback to the coaching session, I did tell him like to practice the 1vx situations, and it looks like he did do exactly that. Right now in this scenario, he played a very, very good 1vx. You could say mostly, oh, he's just getting picks because like they're overextending and gritting too much, but that's what you do as a side player. If you look at Mingo's best clips, they're all 1vx scenarios, because a player that stays alive longer and closer to sight will simply be in more of those scenarios because their roamers and enters will die. They make first contact, right? So Jynxzi will be, you know, in these kind of scenarios to get more kills. In the last video, I told them like, don't overly greed, practice 1vx's, and you can see how composed he is in this 1vx. He's waiting for the enemies to overextend, and he's waiting to punish them off of that. I wish he communicated with his other teammate more, but he played this very, very well, all in all. And he hits a very nice shot over here onto the player on this pixel angle over here. So it's good positioning awareness in the enemy team. Yeah, it's a hard to win these scenarios, but you know. Holy shit. Is that okay? Because on PC, people prefer the yellow window execute over there on this side of the map a lot more. I just saw 3 goddamn Goyos over here on glow door. So it seems like console player preferred the admin takeover a lot more. That's actually very interesting. Jynxzi doesn't calm a lot. I thought Jynxzi would calm a lot more than he would. This is a decent walk up right here. Okay, he's playing more conservative. This is fine, but he should be communicating this with his teammates here. Does that blow up every single fire? That's unlucky if it does.
Sure. Okay. He can. Hold your night drop for the right. Hold the night drop for the right door. Put a C4 on the door.
Stop backseating, god damn it. I have a C4 kill.
There we go. And that's good at a Jynxzi right here. And that's another goal that I gave to him in our last coaching session, was that he should use, you know, the comms, the wrangling calls like here, right here. And he wasn't gonna pick up that, but yeah, letting his teammate knows that he has ideas, being confident in himself. Nice. Very good power position play. So Jynxzi is actually playing this very, very well, right? You know, his teammates are over flooding his stimulus, like with kind of like comms go below C4, you know, below, you know, play this, play that, do this, do that. But he knows exactly what his plan is. In our last video where I coached him, I did give him the goals, you know, on what to do. And yeah, right here in this scenario, he's applying those goals. He's using his wrangling comms to tell people around him to be more quiet, to give him, you know, space to think. And yeah, he's doing it very well, and he has a plan to use his power position to stop him from executing entirely. And here's the thing with Jynxzi, right, is that we saw in his last video that he is very good at committing these power positions on defense. Oh shit, who's such an attack? Oh shit, is console 3-3-3-3? That's crazy. I actually like that a lot. I most recently in a semi-professional pro amateur tournament in PC, they first started experimenting with you know, 3-3-3-3. So really cool that their console is doing it. And right here on this repellent, the fact that he shoots here, okay, I think he did it to mass sound, but this is very niche. If he does know this, it's pretty impressive, is that when people triple reinforce this wall, there will usually be a guy in break playing to C4 over this onto the window repellent. That's what we do on PC when this wall is triple reinforced. If he's actually looking for that C4, that's W game knowledge at a Jynxzi.
I did double swung, bro. They're low.
And when Jynxzi is getting asked for help like this, I wish he would just respond. He goes way too quiet here. Like when someone says on me, Nick, like he should be saying like, yo, like I'm holding for you, like just let him push up. I'm holding for you. He seems a little bit tunnel vision at times, which makes me, I don't know, like when you're the hard support player who has the massive amount of drones like this, you know, we should be a lot more vocal than we are, which makes me like start to wonder, especially in these past videos, like whether or not this role is actually correct for him. You know, maybe having a sentry turret on these roles, you know, telling his teammate to wait there for his info. Like right there when you're droning, you need to tell them to wait while you're droning, because you're gonna go off the drone info, right? So at that moment, it's like letting your teammate die right there. That's, yes, your teammate maybe should have waited, but you should have also told him to wait because you have your drone going there. Okay, so he's drone at their setup. He should be able to know that like going for the ISO on this guy long desk is a weak spot, because the two people in the corner of pro should not be able to swing on him right here. I don't know why he's acing this. Yeah, and there's no goal there. There's no like set person they go for together. They should have chosen a person to isolate together.
I just try to help stop him.
But at least he's trying to focus on the clutch up. I like this. He's not giving up.
Cut off the warders and I died, bro.
Very good. Save your KD.
We should have been opened up that wall that you just opened, Jynxzi.
5 seconds.
I know, but we're doing it all by ourselves, bro.
So crouch mirror on the main wall right here. You're better see the defenders put right here. I'm assuming that's because they want to double impact trick the main wall. So with Jynxzi being the harbinger, I want to see how he responds to this.
They're on drones. They're on cam.
He's on his
Their
cam.
rotation-
Scopo's on his cam on
I'm telling
ping.
you, Jack. No one's close left. No one's benches
Somebody's
right
throwing out
now.
a This game was yellow. Did you not just drone yellow? Am I tripping? I swear to God, you just drone yellow.
No, my drone came from Pop.
No, I knew I was hearing something about stuff.
And the teammates already get picked out. I wonder how he's gonna react to this.
He's on his cam on ping. You walk in main door, you can
Stuck
fucking
yellow,
kill
he's
him.
stuck yellow, Zach walking up.
Damn, bro, we just told this round.
Shut up. Stuck yellow. He teleported. Zach, he's stuck yellow. That smoke stuck yellow. Can't leave. Is he still stuck? Smoke shotgun. I don't know. He shot my cam, but he can't go down it. All I know is.
And so I think this is where console, yeah, this is where like so Center is he's brother of a professional player on PC. He's played a big deal of professional tournaments himself, or semi-professional tournaments within PC himself. He knows that this yellow stairs position is extremely powerful. He's playing it as an anchor spot, and I think that's where Jynxzi and his team are actually unfamiliar with this PC position. And this is what I mean when people ask me whether or not people like Stompin and Mingo can go pro. It's like, yes, they might have all the skill for it, but it's like they're also unfamiliar. Like, look at these guys. They're just running blindly at this smoke on yellow stairs because they don't know how this power position works. And I wouldn't be surprised to see, you know, Center actually fry everyone on this. Center's rotating up the stairs. He knows exactly how to play this power position, right? This is a PC kind of thing. This is like usually in a lot of PC like pro strats. In my team strategy, we had a anchor like playing on yellow stairs platform right here. So
We can't even run through properly.
yeah, exactly. And they completely fold to one smoke playing yellow stair platform, right? Regardless of having Stompin', regardless of having all the, you know, Jynxzi and Sky, all the talent on the team, right? They fold to one position that is not familiar to console strats, but familiar to PC strats, right? So this is what I mean by I would love to see people like Stompin' and Mingo in them, and I'm gonna get them to play in the PC Open qualifiers for the $750,000 major and the $3 million you know, 6 invitational tournament. And yeah, he just died to him right there, right? This guy, Center, just wins them the round by playing this one position, right? Because, you know, we will see whether or not they can deal with PC strats, right? Because PC strats are different, right? They saw one position from a PC strat and they all folded because they didn't know what to do against it, right? So seeing how these players deal with PC strats, that will give a better idea. I'm not saying they can or cannot go pro. I'm just saying that will give a better idea on how they deal with it and whether or not they get more used to it faster or, you know, slower.
And then you need to be behind them, stop. That's the only way, because it's
Okay. Well, there's good IGL coming out.
3, 2.
Okay, good 3, 2, 1. Yeah, good wrangling. Okay, so what's the plan here? No one's talking to each other, and then your Ash is gonna hop out. You're gonna stay in. So there's already no more refrag. The refrag has already been taken away because no one just said anything to each other, right? Jynxzi's gonna completely rotate off. Not a word said. His teammate is gonna hop back into mud. Yep, that guy's most likely just gonna die within the next 30 seconds because once again, no one said anything to each other to coordinate anything. Yep, and now this guy's dead because Jynxzi's not behind him, not ready to refrag him. And this is what I mean. For how much Jynxzi is put on support positions, you know, these are positions that usually have the most vision within the game and can call the most. He's so quiet, right? He naturally seems more conservative and quiet, like conservative sentry turret style playstyle, the safer playstyle, and he tends to be more quiet on attack. So I would actually not put him on the bomb carrier on a lot of these attacks. I would put him on something else. And once it gets to the next quarter of the game, the next 3-round split, I will actually exactly lay out to you what I think he should be on defense and attack. But let's watch out this round first. Yeah, and there's no coordination. Like Jynxzi could be saying like, let me walk up yellow, play off my contact, and then you can hop in mud again, man. There's just no kind of sort of whatsoever coordination going on here. Okay. Now he should be able to. So this corner is the part where you can plant without getting shot from vert if you tuck hard enough. Good plant position, good, right? This is exactly what I'm talking about. So Jynxzi knows these things, he just doesn't say it, so he sounds like he seems stupid, but he knows these things. He knows this is exactly where not using the ram to mass sound, okay. using the flash to get his opponent into position. I mean, using the bomb plant to get his using the bomb plant again to get his opponent into position. Nice try.
I actually fucking hate you, Sky, bro. That shit's so bad, bro.
Not that bad, Jynxzi. Not that bad. He should have let the ram go off in the first place to mask the sound more. Granted, it would have like not let him hear his opponent swing, but I think like there he could have used like, you know, he could have like kind of like sniffed out where his opponent was pushing, but not that bad. He went to the plant spot that I thought, and he's a lot smarter than you think he is. Okay, so Jynxzi on the side anchor. Okay, so Jynxzi on the side anchor once again, not able to get on cams for his roamers, and that's probably why his roamers are just gonna get like cut off in 2 seconds. This Mira again, I just won't question it, I guess, it's fine. And he just wanders around site, and this is very dangerous behavior, and there's 2 things I notice about his defensive play, right? Is he wanders a lot. He wanders and he goes to help, right? He loves going to help and take gunfights. He'll always check angles and go to help, right? These are traits that are actually not, you know, indicative of a traditional good hard site player, right? It's like these are traits of a bridge. And what is a bridge? Okay, well, if you have the anchor on site, right, and then you have the roam, right, what connects the 2 is the bridge, right? The guy that will go to the roam if the roam needs help, or fall back to site if the site's getting hit, right? I think Jynxzi is a better bridge player than he would be hard site anchor. Because think about it, if he solo site on a lot of the strats, right? And this happened actually against his last game against Stompin that I coached him in, where and he's over peeking too much and he wants to move around too much. He wants to retake blue stairs. You know, Stompin got to lurk it through dirt and just killed him, right? And now what happens is if your solo site player dies and all your roamers are on the roam on the other side of the map, they have to retake site. Versus a site player like Mingo, right? I think Mingo will be extremely proficient site player because he's a parallel to NJR in Pro League, in PC Pro League. And NJR in PC Pro League kind of baits for the deep push on site. He knows how to stay alive on site. And the longer you stay alive, it doesn't matter if plant goes down, right? It doesn't matter if plant goes down. It doesn't matter if anything else goes down. It doesn't matter if they take all the site. As long as as long as you are alive on site, they don't have free reign and can't defend the site against the retakers, right? On your roam, right? You have pressure, right? You kill the first guy that floods way too deep, that gets over aggressive, and now they have to worry about you the whole time. As opposed to killing you, they have the entire site and they just have to wait for your roamers to panic and get back for no reason. So for that reason, I think on defense, you know, he's actually a much better, or would be a much better bridge player between the site and the roam, and maybe even a power spot player, right? Like the power spots where you don't have to move a lot and you do have to challenge, you know, things over and over, right? So yeah, let's watch the round first, and then I'll elaborate more on this in the next round.
Maybe that hits. I put it on the pillar. They're gonna watch the plane.
I got this shit, got somewhere else. No, I have.
So, you gotta blow shit up now. You gotta blow shit up now. Jynxzi about to get a kill. I mean, Dom's about to get a kill. Gotta make some noise. Start shooting shit. Start shooting shit.
What is that, bro? I thought there was a rotate.
There's another going on.
Okay, 2v4 scenario. We'll see how he plays the clutches out. Once again, he should punch this mirror. There's no reason for them to punch it. Good pop on the Goyo, prevents him from planting on the pillar itself.
And then one's on the hatch. That should supposed to be a rotate right there.
He's playing very composed regardless of the plant going down. I like this. All right, this is the way to get picks back right here. Good wall bang. Good wall bang onto the smoke right there. So for a site player, I mean, he's doing his job. He's not getting on cams a lot in the early rounds to kind of prevent the lurch from happening, but he's doing his job in terms of staying alive. He's doing his job instead of holding down the site by itself. He shouldn't waste his nitro as much on site and smokes as much. It's like burning it early when you are kind of like the de facto plant stopping factor should not be what's going on. Yeah, and like once again, we just see him just moving a lot.
I'm stopping an ending term on God. Alright, and we ran towards that.
There we go, punching this mirror. This Mira,
I mean, bro, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna let Singer let him plant?
he's a bit stubborn on this Mira because this Mira has not been a single time helpful at all for his team, and has they've always taken pillar control for them. There's no reason to put that Mira. He should put this Mira deeper, like right above him, right here instead, and open up the entire pillar wall, and that'll be a much better Mira, much more efficient. He also burned his nitro way too early, just like I said right there, when he's the only like plant denial kind of. He knows he will be. More smoke plants. No warden on the side of them.
He's in the corner. Planting by the car. Planting by the car. Planting by the car in the corner. Planting by the car in the corner. Planning by the car in the corner to the left. Stack to the left.
You got off, bro.
Stack killed him. Stack killed him. Stack killed the planner. Planner dead.
Ace is gonna plant. Jynxzi, run through the rotate.
Go. He knows where the planner's going down. Really good trigger discipline, Jynxzi. Wow. Wow. And that's exactly what you need in a low time scenario. Like, just even though your bodies are down and you're panicking and the plant's going down, we saw it last round. His composure didn't really like amount to nothing because they just clutched up on him. But his composure this round is exactly what won out the round, right? And this is why people kind of hate him on a bit. But like, this is what I mean. He need, like, the last goal that I gave him, working on these 1vx scenarios, having composure, just looking for a win con, right? Even though it's a 2v4, 2v3, plant might be going down soon. In a low time scenario like this, if you just stay alive in a rat spot, you have a very high chance of just being able to stop the plant last minute like this. This is exactly how we won rounds at the Manchester Major. I'll give an example right now. So this is our game against FaZe Clan. This is the quarterfinals match at the Manchester Major. And as you can see, it's a 2v4 situation. It looks dire from us, but Gunner gets into this rat corner right here with 15 seconds left. No time, low resource for the enemy team, and they get into the plant spot, and all Gunner has to do is just stay composed, right? And that's the chance he has of winning the round. Instead of just desperation, giving your life away and moving too much, you just win the round like that. And we won the major like this, exactly like this. We went to the end of the major just by ratting and doing shit like this. So really, really good at a Jynxzi. I mean, on a lot of these like defensive rounds, he's doing his job. He's playing in the corner. He's not getting on cams as much as he and calming as much as he should be, right? That's a very big weak point of his. But in the late round scenario, he's very composed and he's playing to clutch only the way that he can clutch, because that's all he has. If all his roamers die and he's last alive on site, that's all he could do is a clutch. So he's playing for the clutches, and that's really good at him. Yeah, and he's moving too much when, okay, his position right here is literally just holding yellow, right? That's what the mute shotgun does, right? Is he plays yellow and he has a C4 ready to come around and C4 this plant if they go right in this window, plant on this window, right? And this is what I mean by he'd be a better bridge player or power spot player, because he just, look at him, he's itching to help his teammates. He just wants to walk around, and now he's left yellow open, he's left that window rappel open, even though there's already 3 people over here. He just wants to get in the action, but he also plays conservative. So that's what I'm saying, is his 2 traits on defense is conservatism and like checking angles, right? Like he'll just keep checking angles and then also helping teammates, right? This makes me want to believe that for this trait, I would put him on bridge, and then for this trait, I would put him on power position, right? So think pixel spot on cafe, think VIP on cafe, think, you know, like vending machine or slash, you know, break on this site. Positions where you do actually have to fight all the time. Okay, I rewinded the round because I got a bit distracted there, but like if Jynxzi was just here and ready, like this whole time, if he was just playing his spot here, like he probably would, he would be able to stop this plant, right? This execute that's about to go down right now, he would be able to be in position to stop it, right? He would be able to do this earlier, but he just moves way too much, which is why I wouldn't put him, you know, it's good on him to stop the plant like that, but I just wouldn't put him there. So now he has to go run out. This is one gun. He has to go for a run out. The only way his team can win is he has to go for a run out. Nice, good. And that was really good by Jynxzi. Right? It's just that he's not ready to do it earlier because he's moving around too much. As a site player, he's moving way too much to provide a basis of consistency for his teammate. They didn't time it at all together. They needed 3, 2, 1 that shit together. But that was good at a Jynxzi. It was recognized a bit late, but the enemy was going for this yellow window execute, right? It seems more common in PC than console, because once again, the thing I was saying earlier about these PC and console strats, the way they conflict with each other, like right here, like you can see no one set up for it, right? They don't have like a smoke or something. They don't have Goyo charges placed on the right spot over here to pop it early. They don't have a smoke in this corner by connector door to throw smokes at here and stop the plant. They don't have Jynxzi over here ready to throw the C4. You know, they don't have him get ready to drop through the hatch earlier, or even make the vert. Like you can make vert right here to the right and then throw the C4 on the wall on the lower floor, and it'll still blow up this spot. So the fact that I don't have like the prepare for this, like this is what I mean. Like I would love to see these console players go in PC tournaments to play against these strats to really test whether or not they can stop shit like this, right? Because that's what Center brings to his opposing team. And then yeah, the hop out right here, like I was saying earlier, like this is exactly what he needed to win the round. He gets a kill out of the planner, he gets a kill on the hop out. This was very well played by Jynxzi. Granted, it was a bit late at the very end here. His teammates should have just diffused, got a guy diffusing first, you know, and then this guy ready to hop out off the guy's death diffusing. He didn't react at all, you know. It was just not good at all. Back on the attacks. Okay, admin take again from the side of Jynxzi's team.
No, Natural over.
Oh my god. I thought he was in
Nitroed over, completely missed, but like I said, yeah, like you nitro over that little pocket right there. How do they deal with this shield? This might be another instance of like center call. Is this shield common on console? Let's see. And I mean, Jynxzi should be coordinating this. He should be droning. First of all, he should be droning. Number one thing on hard support, he should be droning. He should be coordinating this 3-2-1 onto this, you know, this shield power spot over here. It seems like the side of Stompin and whoever he's playing with right here don't really know how to clear this shield. I don't know this, like, once again, I don't want to assume, right? It seems like they did end up clearing it, but like another power spot that's very, very, very default and common in PC Siege just isn't the primary goal of this push. And Jynxzi walks up without even noticing it, right? He just goes for this pick on thing. So like, this is what I mean. Like, could Stompin be in Pro League if he, you know, doesn't know this shield exists, or does he know it exists? I'm sure Stompin's way smarter than that, and smarter than a lot of, you know, his console counterparts. But you know, I love to put him in an environment where this is the main thing. But overall,
Doesn't matter, bro.
right? In this scenario, we see some of the biggest problems is that Jynxzi's not wrangling his team. He's not doing the things as the hard support and the person with the most amount of vision should be doing, right? Throughout this entire game. We see him playing a lot more conservatively, especially in a round like this where his teammates clearly going for a pick, like Sky is, and he completely lets his teammate kind of die without following him up on this. And then the other round where his teammate was hopping in, you know, with him to Mudroom, but he completely abandons his teammate to go up here, play on a random window to play for picks. Jynxzi's very passive, so I think honestly on attack he should play a role like Cuts, right? What is a Cuts role? Well, it's a role like playing on the pro balcony. I'll go back to a defensive round to kind of show you what I mean by this. Like a player on this balcony that just sits here and holds this angle and then also holds the open breach that Jynxzi just looked at over here. A player like that, right? A guy that cuts off the push, or, you know, the copy repel on admin side, or the other side of the repel on another window. A player that doesn't have to move much, that doesn't need to say much for his team, right? Because the hard support is supposed to be coordinating the plants, right? Letting the team know what the hell's going on. Your hard support should probably be your best shield player. I know Jynxzi doesn't like playing shields either. And overall, for a player like Jynxzi, I think Cuts would be the best thing for him, because you can stay quiet. And then if you see a gap off your cuts, especially if you're staying in the same place a lot, like if Jynxzi just likes sitting and playing around the same place a lot, if he sees a gap, he can try to crouch walk in off it, and he can play off his teammates' info. I think this role on attack would suit him a lot more, and then the bridge / power spot positions on defense would suit him a lot more on defense, as opposed to being side anchor where he's moving around too much and just giving random picks. My best example of this power spot is right here, right? If Jynxzi's posted up, if he has a shield, right? If he's playing mute and he's given a shield, you know, that we saw him play against earlier, and he was able to fall back to this play here, you know, he would have been able to do all this work much earlier in the round than having to, you know, do guesswork around it and whatnot. He's doing great shotgun work here. He could have been doing this earlier. He's obviously very comfortable, and this is where his strength of moving too much and checking too many angles happens, because in this spot he has to do that, right? He has to do this jiggling, this moving around, checking the angles, going to help the teammates in spots like these. So all in all, I think Jynxzi is, you know, a lot smarter of a player than a lot of people make him out to be. I think his score is reflective of him being on a role that's less potent to get kills, but also I don't think his roles fit him, and I think that's what we learned from this video. And I would love, you know, for him to try out the roles that I detailed in the video, just spam him with this video, I guess, and see if he does honestly better, because I know he plays these to win. I know he really enjoys winning. He's a competitive ass dude. He wouldn't be the best streamer in Siege if he wasn't a competitive ass dude. And I think we did learn about, you know, the metrics and what I meant by I want to see these people play PC strats before they go and see, and I could say they have potential to go pro on PC as a roller player, because I'm sure their mechanics can, but that's the thing. There's so many good mechanically good players. Whether or not you can adapt strategy, whether or not you're a good teammate, whether or not you have a mental, that judges everything. But yeah, comment down below if you want a part 2. I know there's a lot more maps that he plays, and I love to keep analyzing his game, honestly. If he would like me to do that and he'd watch this back and take notes and bring it to each consecutive roller tournament and see if that makes him better and better, because I think coaching him on the spot, especially roller players on the spot, is not as successful. So yeah, I'd love to make this a series, and completely up to you guys. Let me know whether or not you guys would like to see that happen. All right, peace. Love you guys.